Hello and welcome to the channel. Mike Hobbs here with another insane Steel Path build with Citrine. With this build, Citrine excels at both critical weapon damage and ability spam. She can easily shred through waves of Steel Path enemies, afflicting whole rooms with multiple status effects. Her abilities set herself and her allies up for devastating attacks that turn most Steel Path enemies into cannon fodder. As always, if I am really enjoying a build or frame, I like to make a little video to share it. But before we get started, if you found this video interesting or helpful, please consider hitting those like and subscribe buttons as it helps me out tremendously. Also, don't forget you can find me live on Twitch at twitch.tv/Mike Hobbs, Tuesdays through Saturdays. Without further delay, let's take a look at Citrine's kit. Citrine's passive allows her and allies to regenerate health at a rate of 5 health per second. This can be increased nominally by picking up health, up to 25 health per second. This is a solid bonus that helps the whole team and adds another layer of survivability for Citrine. Citrine's first ability is Fractured Blast. This ability sends out a crystal blast that inflicts slash damage. Furthermore, slain enemies afflicted by Fractured Blast have a chance to drop health and energy orbs. This is a great ability to spam throughout the mission to keep a steady supply of health and energy orbs flowing. For some defense, Preserving Shell is Citrine's 2. When cast, this generates crystals that give Citrine damage reduction. Additionally, kills and assists will increase the benefits of this ability up to 90% damage reduction. Moving on to her 3, Prismatic Gem creates a crystal that will afflict any enemy in its area of effect that takes weapon damage with toxin, heat, cold, and electricity damage. This is a great ability that spreads multiple status effects across the battlefield. Furthermore, this build is utilizing the Prismatic Companion augment. Rather than remaining stationary, with this augment, the gem will attach to a roaming companion and become mobile. This augment is great as it allows Citrine to play more aggressively with her companion bringing the status effects with her as she moves room to room. This augment also extends the duration of Prismatic Gem. Lastly, Crystallize is Citrine's 4th ability. When cast, Citrine summons a wave of crystals that seek out enemies and paralyzes them. Additionally, affected enemies also have large crystals spawn on them that serve as massive crit spots for easy dispatching. I am also running the augment Recrystallize here, which spreads the crystals further as Citrine secures kills. This is a great ability for setting up enemies to be demolished by Citrine's weaponry. Now that we have seen her kit, let's take a look at the mod setup for this build. Modding here leans into duration mostly. I have a little bit of ability strength, but her abilities serve more as primers than damage dealers. With the extra duration, Citrine can keep her 2 and 3 active for significant amounts of time and focus on slaying out. I am running Brief Respite and an Augur mod to gain some shields as I cast abilities. Adaptation along with Preserving Shell and some shield gating will serve as more than adequate defenses, along with the other 2 augment mods. I am running Archon mods to benefit from applying different status types. Moving on to Arcanes and Shards, I am running Arcane Impetus to further benefit from applying multiple status effects, as well as Molt Augmented to gain some extra strength as a mission continues. As for shards, I am running 2 yellow, 1 casting speed, and 1 starting energy shard, as well as 3 reds, which are 2 duration and 1 strength for rounding out some stats. The loadout here is pretty flexible to player preference. I'm all spec for critical damage as well as additional status types not provided by Prismatic Gem. I found the Cedo shotgun to be an excellent choice as it can deal impressive crit damage as well as afflict status damage with its alt fire. I put corrosive on it here for some armor strip. And complementing my shotgun, I am running the exceptional Aku Core with its mod Sentient Surge. Aku Core is another critical damage beast that shreds enemies, primed by Citrine or not. For my melee, I am running Citrine's own Heavy Scythe Chlorophyll. I found this to be a fun pairing and a solid melee weapon that can eliminate groups of enemies with its heavy gun attack. Again, the loadout here is up to player preference. I do recommend using Condition Overload here, as this build will be applying non-stop status effects across the battlefield. And finally, my companion of choice is my Panzer Volpaphyla for spreading viral. I am also running mods like Tenacious Bond for more critical damage, as well as Contagious Bond for yet another status effect spreading method. Furthermore, on the claws, I am running Protective Posture to keep my companion near me as I am advancing through a mission. This helps ensure that the benefits from Prismatic Gem, which now attaches to my companion, is also nearby as I don't have to worry about the range stat. And there it is, a very fun and active build that utilizes Citrine's whole kit and augments while boosting critical weapon damage significantly. I begin each mission or encounter with casting my 3 to get Prismatic Gem going, then my 2 for defense, then I proceed to spam my 1 and 4 and weapons to clear rooms or waves of enemies. The result is a very satisfying steel path build that will cover your screen in multicolored damage numbers as you breeze through endgame content with ease. But what about you? What did you think of this build? Have you tried Citrine? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.